everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. We've got two teams here looking to find the way to win. It's the Cardinals coming in at 6-1, going up against the Colts, who come in at 5-1. With that, let's get out to the University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and University of Phoenix Stadium here in Glendale. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one. And the decision to bring it out will cost him a couple yards. He's out of bounds right around the 23 between the Indianapolis Colts and the Arizona Cardinals. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Let's look at this offense now, and let's talk about John Brown.
An exciting young talent from Pittsburgh State, home of the Gorillas. Hard to cover, great moves in short areas.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Here we go.
Now Kessler on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And here is the Cardinal defense.
C.J. Mosley's your prototypical Alabama linebacker. They'll come downhill and smack you, but they understand the game so well.
In motion now is Lee. On 3rd down, Kessler. And he's got Moncrief. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Dante Moncrief, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Travis Coons now to add the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
On 2nd down, Palmer. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. 13 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. They'll need to get the... And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd down, Palmer. He gets it to Brown. Complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. And how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. John Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They go play action. Kessler. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A 1st down carry now for Yeldon. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Kessler over the middle, Dorsett. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Second down now after the incompletion. They go back to the ground now with Yeldon. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Yeldon, the lone running back. Kessler under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. So on fourth down, the Colts will turn it over to Pat McAfee to punt this one away. The Pro Bowler Patrick Peterson back deep for Arizona. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. This is taken around the 12. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cards will take over, first and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The slot man in motion right.
Regular.
Now Palmer to throw on second down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
Throwing now, Palmer on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Second and 10. It's Palmer again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out. Facing a third and 10.
Regular. Get ready. Blue 58. Blue 58.
To throw again, it's Palmer. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to one remaining. Now Drew Butler to punt for Arizona, the son of former Bears kicker Kevin Butler. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. To Yeldon. Stiff-armed him. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
After the penalty, it's Yeldon. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the...
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Henry Anderson in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack.
Watch 81, fellas. Watch 81. Here we go.
Now Palmer on 3rd and long. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's Drew Butler now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth. Yeldon, the lone running back. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. This is Yeldon on the dump off. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stumped them. So now he brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
Defense has to stand tall here. 3rd and 1.
Let's go.
In motion now is Lee. On 3rd and 1, Kessler. That's complete. It's Charles. He won't go down. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball.
Yeldon fighting. He lost the football. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
Here's a give to Yeldon. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. More from the desert after this. Third down and 4. They come out here in the eye. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And Coons connects on this one. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they recover the fumble in plus position, but they can't go anywhere. In fact, they go backwards, but they do get a field goal out of it.
They'll take the 3, but in a lot of ways, they feel like they let themselves down by not capitalizing, and they definitely let the defense down for getting the key turnover.
And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that?
Look at what you've called for it, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
All right, now.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
My second body cost a lot. After I bought it, I just wore it home. Reading philosophy and gossip rags. Spending my bottom dollar on my toes. I'm a pacifist who's never not been pacified. I'm a piece of... It's a point of pride. I'm the super rich complaining I want more in life. Cry, baby, cry, oh, cry, baby, cry, oh. I don't really care where I stand in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kinda listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference. I lost the weight and then I start to tumble. My mind betrayed me many years ago. I walked alone to keep from slipping under. Got lost as soon as I stepped out the door. I'm the martyr who just never got his time to shine. I'm a punk kid, no reason why. Nothing finer than the taste of tears running down my face. So cry, baby, cry, oh, cry, baby, cry, oh. I don't really care where I stand in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kinda listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got an exciting matchup on tap. It's the Cardinals coming in at 6-1, going up against the Colts, who come in at 5-1. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. It hosted Super Bowls 42 and 49. And it's University of Phoenix Stadium. That's where we're at in Glendale, Arizona. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and the Arizona Cardinals. And someone must have been in this hot sun a little too long. They've got the punt team out there. And just to clarify, it is not 4th down. Taken right around the 44. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, it's Kessler. Philip Dorsett by himself. A big play there for Indy. And even 40 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And Coons connects on this one. It's good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Regular. All right, now. Mirror.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Drew Butler now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
T.J. Yeldon's not afraid to drop a shoulder or run through some tackles, is he?
Not at all. I learned it in his high school days in Alabama, then, of course, stayed in state to play at Alabama. He could do that there.
And what I think is best about him, and when he's really on top of his game, when he's a little bit lighter, a little bit quicker, I think he's strong enough, he's compact enough to break those tackles. I think he's at his best at a shiftier weight. Let's just go ahead and go back through that play with his eyes, because he's got to read his keys. Run or pass right off the top. You're probably going to read an offensive lineman to see if he sets up in pass protection, if he fires out for a running play. The next thing is you're going to check and see what the back's going to do, and if he ends up with the football, okay, now you got to check and see. Does an offensive lineman come downfield and try and block you? Are you going to try to elude him? Are you going to take him on and hold your spot? What are you going to do? In this case, didn't have to do any of that. Saw all of his keys, saw the play in front of him, and ran clean to the ball carrier and finished off the play. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. On 3rd down, Kessler. And this is going to be incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Pat McAfee to kick it away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And here's a look at the defensive unit that hopes to halt this offense today.
All right, now, blue 58. Blue 58. Zebra. Sally 19. Sally 19.
On second down, Palmer. It's complete to Jerome Brown. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Regular.
On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. He's going to float this over the middle. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And now it's 2nd down. And here's a look at the starting offense. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Yeldon, the lone running back. Kessler. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And the 11 defensive starters for Arizona.
Patrick Peterson is almost an anomaly at cornerback. A big, thick, physical guy who can run with any receiver in the league.
An extra DB added here for the Cards on 3rd.
Blitzer play coverage.
Kessler. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here's Pat McAfee now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. On the return is Peterson. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So a big roughing the passer penalty, Charles, and of course that's 15 yards.
And everyone knows how protected the quarterbacks are. You've got to make sure that when you launch at a quarterback that you're hitting him in the right spot and in the right time.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
Regular. Sally 19. Sally 19. Blue 95. Regular.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. And he whips that one incomplete there. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
Regular. Here we go.
slot man moves right.
58. Regular.
The play clock's running down. On third down, Palmer. He gets it to Brown. Good play. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Right now. 18.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Zebra. Here we go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
2nd and 10. It's Palmer again. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. After the interception, here's Kessler. And he lost the football. So the defensive holding penalty here, Charles.
You get outside of 5 yards downfield and you get grabby with an offensive player, the flag will come out every time.
Throwing now, Kessler on first down. It's caught to Charles. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
They go play action here on first down. That's complete. It's Charles. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, Kessler. And it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Kessler now on third down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did. When you see passes knocked down by those guys, I call it the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Let's go!
2nd and 10. Here's Kessler again. Incomplete.
Receivers work all the time on making sure they catch the ball, haul it into their bodies before they turn and run. A little bit of loss of focus on that play.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Kessler. They go with a screen. It's Yeldon. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Detroit! Leopard! All right, now, look at 56.
Yeldon, the lone running back. From the red zone now, 1st down. Here's Kessler. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
All right, here we go.
Play action. Now Kessler. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. They're throwing again. Kessler. And that's caught by Moncrief. Indianapolis touchdown. Dante Moncrief. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Zebra. Let's go. Rear, 95. Regular. Rear, 18.
They go back to the air here after the INT. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Zebra.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now it's Palmer. He's going to air one out. And now this one's intercepted. A 3rd interception for Palmer. Picked off by Vontae Davis. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for him.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And now it's Kessler, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Yeldon, the lone running back. On 2nd down, here's Kessler. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this. And the 3rd down. Now Kessler. And able to find Dorsett. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. In motion now is Lee. Now Kessler on first down. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
So 2nd and 10 here. Second and 10. Here's he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Brown, the lone receiver, left. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Sally 19, Sally 19, blue 95, blue 95, regular.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Get ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. Now Palmer on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dante Fowler in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, Palmer. He completes it to Nelson. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Looks like the defense in press coverage here. One receiver right, that's Brown. Now Palmer. It's caught left side by John Brown. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. John Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. And he puts it through. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Colts coming out now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Finding time. Going up top. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Final play of the half. It's Kessler. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
7 yards remain now on third down. They come up in an offset eye. And now it's Kessler. And he comes back with one complete. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now T.J. Yeldon, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
Here we go now.
From the gun on third down, Kessler. He's going to look deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so. We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. And John Brown's got it complete. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Right now, blue 50.
To throw again, it's Palmer. Over the middle here to Brown. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Palmer gives to Johnson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's Palmer to throw, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Get ready, blue 95. Blue 95.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Mirror, mirror, mirror. Regular, regular.
From the gun on third down, it's Palmer. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's go, Sally 19. Sally 19. Deep, deep.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
All right, now, blue 58.
Now Palmer to throw on second down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson, and now it's third down.
While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
On third down, Palmer. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Colts minutes now. Their offense works their way back onto the field. They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Again, it's Yeldon. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football, and that really hurts you as an offense.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
On 2nd down, here's Palmer. Underneath for Johnson. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
Now Johnson. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. 2nd down following the run. They go to Johnson again. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
And Palmer gives to Johnson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Palmer will throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
First and goal from the 8. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people. Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Here we go. Deep. Here we go. Mirror.
Time running out here on the play clock.
Let's go.
They go play action with Palmer. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. In motion now is Lee. On 1st and 10, it's Kessler. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. Give him 22 on that one. And the Colts are going to have a first. And now they're in the hurry-up. Completed pass, but the price you pay at the quarterback position, sometimes you have to take a lick.
Yeah, he took it on that one, and he paid the price.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyvon Branch. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Regular.
So after the interception, here's Palmer. And his pass incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. The slot man in motion right.
Regular.
2nd and 10 now, and it's Palmer. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Robert Blanton. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
On second down, Kessler. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Even score late in the 4th. Let's see if the defense can play within themselves, not give up the big play and contain, and keep this knotted up. On 3rd down, Yeldon. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Back there, Philly, here we go.
On 3rd down, Kessler. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They come out here in the eye. They're going on 4th down. Kessler, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be no good. That was short. Not even on target either, but it was short. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. And Coons connects on this one. It's good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Well, now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so, but this was not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Henry Anderson, big man from Stanford, there for the stop.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion.
All right, now, blue, mirror, 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 regular, 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 regular. Sally 19, Sally 19.
He's back to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that 1st down pass.
Regular, regular,
to throw. Caught by Nelson left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
All right, now, blue 58. Blue
In motion,
58.
the tight end.
Mirror, mirror, mirror. Mirror, mirror, mirror.
Back to throw. Over the middle, Jerron Brown's got it. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Sally 19. Sally 19. Wide.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. They'll get 16 yards there. And that'll be good for an Arizona first down.
Sally. All right, now, blue. Let's go. Let's go.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And quickly they get to the line. Throwing now is Palmer. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Here we go. Blue 95. Blue. Sally 19. Sally 19.
Here's Palmer. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
And the Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
I remember Philip Dorsett coming out of the University of Miami ready to hit the league. All we talked about was speed, speed, speed. Just throw it to him, and you've got a great chance at a completion, but not that time.
Not that time. They tried a deep downfield with his speed, but incomplete. It's caught to Charles. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Kessler. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Over.
Throwing now is Kessler. He's going to let this one go deep. And this one is incomplete. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we're going to have to go for the hot dogs.
Let's go, let's go. Sally 19, Sally 19. Here we go. Blue, Sally 19, Sally 19.
First throw in overtime now for Palmer. Underneath for Johnson. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal.
Right now, Blue.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. So they say forget the field goal in the lead. They're going for the win in OT here on 4th and goal.
Sally 19, Sally 19.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So they say forget the field goal in the lead. They're going for the win in OT here on 4th and goal. Palmer, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score in OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all. And then to get there and finish it what I would call an old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in. And again, just a great, great game that we bore witness to. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.
This overcomplex new design, I'm tripping over all the time. We try to walk a fragile line. Whatever's left is always right. I will take back what's rightly mine. When you try to